Alright, so what are we doing today? Today we are checking out the car before we hit the highway. Why are we doing this? Well, we're doing this mainly to show y'all what to do because not everybody knows what to do before they hit the highway and the holidays are coming and y'all will end up stranded. That being said, first thing you want to do is check for a line of grease or oil or water up on the hood. Why? Because the water pump, which sits right here, if it's leaking, it'll throw up antifreeze up there, which is not a good thing. That would mean that you need a water pump. Second thing you want to do is check your oil. As you can see, in this car we have no oil. That's not good. In fact, we need to go get some oil and put in here. Uh, should be up there on that last dot at the top. And before you even start it, you want to pull your oil cap off. The fucking damn. If it's got white stuff in it, you got a blown head gasket. So you definitely don't want to go nowhere on a blown head gasket. But it'll be inside of there. Then you want to smell it. And if it smells like gas, you might need rings. Another thing you don't want to do, you be burning oil and you don't want to drive that out of town. Then you got this little doohickey back here. This is your transmission fluid. Now, mine is red. You can't really tell, but it's red. Let me see if I can put it on something. No, can't. Okay, so it's red, but you always want to check it warm. Now, I've had this car running for about an hour, but you want to check your transmission fluid. If it's any other color other than red or pink, you don't want to go out of town because you might be about to lose your transmission or at least about to lose a gear or two. Depends on what you have. And it's going to probably be in the back of the motor. And normally it has a little red thing on it unless you got an older car, which case they don't. You want to check your hoses. If they look abnormally soft, then they're probably no good. However, if they look like this, they're probably no good also. That one's no good. Then you want to check your belt. If you got little cracks in it, you're going to need a belt. If it's making a squeaking noise, you're going to need a belt. These are things that you want to do before you leave. Now your air cleaner, which is right here, you probably want to check that, but it's not going to stop it from running if you don't have one. Just make it run crappy. What else? Want to check your brake fluid, which is right here. It's always going to be right here, unless you have a right-hand drive car. And it should always be close to the top, if not at the top. Let's see, what else? Over there in that little bottle right there, the clear plastic bottle, where it says engine coolant. Want to put you some antifreeze in there. Now in the wintertime, I believe that you don't put that much in there, but you want to put some in there. I always fill it about halfway up. You don't fill it all the way up because it'll overflow, which is what is called an overflow bottle. What else? And if it's snowing where you're at, this is going to come in good. Pop that open, you put your water. Don't put water in there. Get you some windshield washer fluid and put in there. And yeah, that about sums it up. If everything's on the up and up, then you're ready to go. If everything's not on the up and up, I wouldn't go. Now, I can show you what bad transmission fluid looks like. Hold up, let me open up the car. I really like this car. Damn shame I can't keep it. Alright. Now this car is the complete opposite. This car needs a lot of work. This car needs an oil change. As you can see, the oil is black. It needs a belt. But you can't tell from looking at it, but it needs a belt tensioner too. And what else does this car need? Oh yeah, there's no brake fluid in it. I ain't even gotta open that. There's none. There's none. Why is there none? Because it has a brake leak. The transmission fluid is toast. Don't know if y'all can see that. But it shouldn't be brown, it shouldn't be black like that is, and it shouldn't smell burnt. Now, one thing I can say, transmission fluid is not burnt in this car. But it is black, which leads me to believe that something's heating up in there. But it doesn't have a burnt smell, and that's always a good sign. That means that the transmission's still good so far. Probably just old fluid. And yeah, that about sums that up. So if you haven't told somebody you love them today, oh yeah, you want to check your tires. Definitely want to check your tires. Both of these cars have new tires on them, but you want to check them. Oh, you'd be checking for cracks, and what else would you be checking for? Cracks, stress. When I say stress, I'm talking about like little lumps in the tire. Definitely want to check for, or if you got a little thumping sound and your steering wheel shakes, you probably have a bad tire. If it shakes around 55, yeah, it's probably a bad tire. If it shakes when you're stopping, on the other hand, then it's probably a bad brake rotor. These are the things they don't tell you. They try to rip you off at the shop. And yeah, that about sums that up. I really think I might put a starter on that car. Really don't feel like getting sick laying on my back. But and then on top of that, I don't really have the money to do it. But I'm thinking I might. I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, if you haven't told somebody you love them today, make sure you tell them you love them. Because they might be going out in something that isn't necessarily safe. All right. I'll talk to y'all later.